try to put the audience inside the action. And the closer we get to it, the more we capture that for the audience. So the first thing we built was the high-speed go-kart.
It goes like 100 miles an hour, and it's just a very small vibrating camera that's real low to the ground.
The go-kart has very tight suspension to get vibration out of the camera. So there's a lot of energy in those shots.
Also, we shot with this new device, it's a Porsche Cayenne, and there's like 5 guys in the car. And then you got the operator who's controlling the camera work, and there's a crane that's attached to the top. It can go 360, and it does these moves. And I use it as like my robot dolly.
Another vehicle that we use is the Bay Buster, which is a truck with a roll cage on the exterior of the vehicle. And it's kind of like a suicide machine. We have 4 cameras on the front end. And if we have cars being thrown off the top of car carriers, I'll actually drive the Bay Buster right into it.
Michael, his ability to deal with real elements in camera is very, very rare. A lot of people now just lean on CGI when they can't figure it out. Michael's instinct is to do everything live action.
I think I've done so many car things, I figured I got to come up with something new.
Break off so we can see it.
Let's see. So this is a Porsche Cayenne going with our bus. He's going to start falling into this lane right here, all right?
Michael Bay said we need like a big moment. And I said, I've got this idea for a bus. We've never actually done this before. We'll put a stunt driver in the bus. Once he got 60 miles an hour, he hits a bomb that slices the bus in half. He hits another button that detonates 3 cannons in the back of the bus that's in the back end of the bus tumbling end over end.
Ready, and rolling cameras!
But no one really knew what the bus was going to do.
3, 2, 1.
Physical effects are a big thing for me because that's how you get a lot of the realism, and it's big physical stuff.
And action!
We're really safe and really cautious, but we're always right there on the edge. It is dangerous. We're dealing with large amounts of explosives. We're blowing up buildings.
It's been the most exciting job I've ever had, that's for sure. And as soon as it goes, there's just crap in your face. So it feels real.
It's what makes it awesome, you know? It makes it intense. It's your adrenaline is pumping.
From my perspective, it's been war since I showed up. Had I not been as fast as I am, that would have been the end of me in this film. It was nuts. I don't think I'll ever be wowed by a big setup on a movie again.
Despite the fact that this is a really big film and there is a lot of special effects, I do think the characters are really human, and that's what matters.
No matter what happens, I'm really glad I got in that car with you.
I'm very stoked about this movie.
It's a robot.
First of all, it's going to be a very funny movie.
It's probably Japanese.
It's got wonderment to it. And I also think for adults, it actually brings the kid out in you.
So much grander than what I expected it to be. It's huge.
It's like, how did they do that? And you can't figure it out. It's just mind-blowing.
It just takes your breath away. And you just can't tell what's going to come next.
They'll have a big stick up in the air, and it'll be walking across this way, or it's running this way, or it's falling down, or whatever. So you just have to kind of imagine it. What the heck was that?
Whoa! Watch out! As far as Josh and Tyrese's character and their whole storyline, they've just come out of war. Their base has just been completely demolished, and now they're working with the government to figure out a way to stop the Decepticons from taking over the planet.
An emergency Pentagon call. I need you to understand it's an emergency Pentagon. I don't have a credit card!
It's crazy. Like, it's adrenaline that's pumping.
Transformers on 3. 1, 2, 3.
I think for me, I look at Michael Bay and I look up to him because he works so hard and he has to deal with so many different people on one set. Then I think, you know, it makes me feel that much more responsible to do my part.
Hey, where's your wallet? Pocket! Which pocket? My back pocket! You got 10 back pocket! Left cheek! Left cheek! Left cheek!
It's a lot of shooting bombs and stuff blowing up and cars crashing into things and people flying everywhere. So it feels like you're really in that.
No, no, no!
That's the best part, is when Michael put a camera on the ground and it's in a bulletproof box so you don't break the camera and your face is right next to it. And your thinking is, they're protecting the camera and I'm sitting right here. Why don't I have a bulletproof box?
It's big physical stuff, big stuff that's moving on the set, like the helicopter tail that had to smash in at 25 miles an hour over Shia's head. And, you know, we put actors in situations where we know it's safe, it's so safe, but it looks very dangerous.
Michael has a wonderful sense of humor and a great sense of fun, and all of his films reflect that.
Oh, that's funny.
And this, of course, can be lighter, too, because it is, after all, it's about aliens and robots and stuff like that. So there can be fun in it. But then the story has to be told. You have to have a through line, you know? So everything has a little bit of an edge of warmth or humor or something, you know?
It's a robot. But like a different, you know, like a super advanced robot. It's probably Japanese. Yeah. It's definitely Japanese.
What I like about Shia is he's the everyday dude, but as an actor, he's got a great comic wit. You know, he's great at improv, and, you know, especially when I'm doing some funny stuff in this movie, it's just, I would throw him a lot of stuff, and he was able to handle it.
Oh, that hurt. Listen to me. I got you. I've had the worst day ever. I've been followed here on my mother's bike, right? And my car's right there, and it's been following me here. So get out of the car.
You know, it's like turning this unbelievable, one of the world's most famous toys into a mythology. It's got action, romance, humor, and it has the Transformers.
I can't see it. Oh, shift your way towards the
Gentlemen, I want to introduce you to my friend, Optimus Prime.
There is emotion in this movie, and there is a lot of heart and a lot of humor, and you just can't tell what's going to come next.
Bring it!